Incremental routines. Today I want to share with you part of my flow that I use artificial intelligence, specifically language models. So more concrete, what I will do is for flashcards that I just created, but I haven't formulated them, I will get help with language models so I can reformulate this quicker and even better. So the point is that I'm not creating question and answers or flashcards. It's from the ones I have, let's redo them. Here's one example using the Remnote flashcard maker, which by the way is not required to have Remnote. For instance, I have done it with Supermemo. And this is what I have done some days ago. There are some real examples now. You see this L number, this is because it's added from Supermemo. And I will always show you the other one that you have here, mutate flashcard. So let's, instead of going through this, feel free to pause the video if you want and check it out. I will be using a subset review of my collection. Blank, a simulator of cellular metabolism split off along with ADP from ATP when energy is released, used with ADP. What? Too many information already. So what I will do is right-click, copy, Q&A. And then I paste it here. So the Remnote flashcard maker actually is designed for have a selection of text and then create the flashcard or flashcards. But hey, I realized that if you already send a flashcard, it is actually reformulating this flashcard. And something it does, usually, not always, when you use it this way, is that it gives you extra information, like a third field. So here's the proposal. What is inorganic phosphate known in cellular metabolism? So in that case, I don't want that. So I'll be showing you examples of use cases, so it will be useful for you, and some will be actually forced for the sake of the example. In that case, then what I will do is I will be using one of my own GPTs that is called mutate flashcard. It is not necessarily better, it is more suited to what I want. That's it. Which I proposed you to do the same. So in that case is rephrase the question so the answer. In this, sometimes this is good that you actually rearrange the question. So it's not just a rewording of the question, it's a different question actually, but in a different perspective. In this case, no, I want the answer to be inorganic phosphate. So only the question gets modified. I like this better. What compound is releasing along with ADP from ATP during energy discharge and is utilized with ADP in the electron transport chain from ATP? It's still kind of lengthy. I could say that here are like two questions embedded. And let's see, I will modify this for now. So I have one back to back. So this is more natural language. I don't have the split off or simulator. Yep, I'm just saying compound. I don't have to say chemical compound. It's embedded in the question. Cool. So what's the issue here is that simulator of cellular metabolism is not in the question. It will be good enough for me. I don't know, depends on my point of this card. So what compound is released along with it during energy discharge and is utilized inorganic phosphate. Cool. Let's proceed. Okay, that will be an example that it just that I use my conventions, so it's not natural English. Like bio, the biological phenomenon, that will be is in biology, what is the biological phenomenon that is beneficial in youth but harmful in old age? Oh, it's this super weird name, hard to pronounce, antagonistic pleiotropy. Oh, let me see, I got this from Huberman, one episode of Huberman where the guest is David Sinclair. It's okay, let's try. And I will be using my GPT now. Exactly is what I will have done. What is the term? You're asking the name. So the term, for me it's good. So that's one of the cases that, it's an overkill. I will have done this myself. there's nothing fancy being shifted. And it's when the AI also gets the answer the same. So in this case, I will just leave this. I don't care about the English, proper English, because I prioritize my convention. Oh, nice. That's a good example. That is a lazy close deletion. So I haven't modified anything. Blank, a type of anemia that implicates the red blood cells where iron is essential for oxygen transport. Then another, it's semicolon. Again, the same thing is caused by the lack of dietary iron inhibition or iron absorption in the gut or excess excretion in feces. So I could say that this again is two cards. Shit. This is two cards. I could just ask this. What type of anemia is caused by lack of dietary iron? Another one, it will be just this. So let's see what the AI does. Now I'll be using just the Remnote. Okay, in this case, what condition, essential for oxygen transportation in red blood cells, is caused by lack of dietary iron, poor absorption in the gut, or excessive secretion? Iron deficiency, which by the way, I didn't show the answer here. This is more to the point. Let's see it here. Yeah, just 2 lines, it's shorter. Then example is, okay, I accept this from AI, so I will consider this as good. I'm not going to change it, but what I'm going to do is remove information. So for me here, essential for oxygen transport in red blood cells goes out. So what condition is caused by the lack of dietary iron, poor absorption in the gut, or excessive secretion? That's a lot better. A lot better. So thank you AI for assisting this reformulation. But it's not copy. It's not just pasting the output. I'm still editing this. Okay, another one. Social media shows just exactly what people are missing out, or in real time, including events like parties, opportunities, and other events leading to people to blank on other related feature events. I'm not sure about what I'm being asked here. Yeah, the fear of missing out. Let's reformulate this. This needs reformulation. Okay, let's see. So something I haven't mentioned that, but even if you just want rewording, what the AI is doing implicitly is changing the close deletion to Q&A. So I can use it as just plain and simple conversion to have a close deletion and to a question and answer. That's it. Let's see. How does the real-time display of events on social media, like parties and opportunities, affect people's perceptions of future similar events? What happens? This is a how-to question. How affect people perception? That can be kind of open. Depends a lot what you learn and what you decide to remember. If it's kind of unique that I don't have anything else there, okay, it's good. But if I have many, it's like, what is fear of missing out? So many different answers, right? So for now, the original is a lot more focused. So keep in mind that this could be easier to answer, easier to recall. Yeah, this clause is fear of missing out. That doesn't mean you're remembering better, because it's more contextual. You'll be primed with the wording and all of this. So long term, it will be going against you. So for now, I will prefer to have this one. And what I also like is the order. Keep in mind, when I read this, I will be activating the mental models. Real-time display of social events, display of events, social media. Boop. Perceptions. Boop. Those are being activated. It's a different order. The original. Oh wow, not I realized that missing out was already in the original question. Oh my god. So, perhaps in this case, I want to start the question with this. People's perception, na 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 na. So I want to activate this mental model before anything else. So let's actually use this example. So I'll be using my flashcard mutator. Rephrase the question. So it starts with. So I just started the chat. So I used the mutate flashcard genuinely. That's a good example. It's still a how-do question, but how does the effect of people's perceptions of the future, similar events, change due to the real-time display of events on social media, like parties and opportunities? For me, as a user, it's better, qualitatively better. Keep in mind, this is subjective. That's why AI is so good, that instead of me doing now it's passive voice, let me rephrase, I can just do this quicker. And what? Because, for instance, the events on social media, like parties and opportunities, that will be at the end of the sentence. It will be the last mental model. So I have a tendency to start of what I have for me it's more important. So the reason I want to recall. And then further into the question is the context. I'm narrowing down the context. So in this case, for me, I will use this one. How does the effect people perceptions of future similar events change due to the real-time display of events in social media? So here is future people's perception of the future. Similar events. Why? Because of real-time display of events. Where? On social media. Such as parties and opportunities. Oh yeah, the effect is the fear of missing out. Cool. Usually I don't spend that much time doing this. That's because now I'm justifying all of my actions. Cool. Let me know what you think about this flow. What you do exactly if you use ChatGPT. Let me know your solutions because I want to experiment more and be more systematic and more efficient with what I do. And as always, see you incrementally.